sixth grade audience. Welcome to Matthews Auditorium. We are thrilled that you are here. Before we get started officially, I am here to do our mattress promo. So maybe you saw some signs outside of the school on your way here advertising the mattress sale on November 4th from 10 to 4. It's going to be in the middle school gym, and it is the best fundraiser ever. This is the reason it's the best fundraiser. We're not going to ask you to sell anything. We're not going to ask you to collect any money, and we're not even going to ask you to deliver mattresses. Doesn't that sound like a good deal? What we do need you to do is help us spread the word, and we are hoping that every student can find one customer to show up at the mattress sale. Statistics tell us that 1 in 10 people are in the market for a mattress. I told the kids, this is an adult thing. We have to get new mattresses from time to time. And so if it's your time to get a new mattress, or you know somebody who is in the market for a mattress, we would love for you to tell them about our mattress sale. They are gonna set up a mattress showroom in the gym here at the middle school. So it's just like going to one of the retail stores. You can come in, you can try all the beds. They have a variety of price levels, and they have adjustable bases, and they're even gonna have some beanbag chairs. So it will be worth coming to take a look. And then if somebody buys a mattress and tells them that your child sent them, gives their name at checkout, then your child gets some stuff. The first mattress, they get some Viking sweatpants, and after that, they start getting cash. So there's something in it for the kids, there's something in it for you, and it will benefit the Princeton Music Boosters. The Princeton Music Boosters help our music kids in grades 6 through 12 with all kinds of things. They help us with travel, they help us with looking nice while we perform, they help us with private lesson scholarships. So all of the money that they raise goes back directly to your kiddos in our music program, band, orchestra, choir, jazz in grades 6 through 12. So we hope that you will mark your calendar and try to make it that day yourself. Help us spread the word. Share that on Facebook. Your students should have brought home some flyers yesterday, because yesterday was mattress day and we all learned about the mattress sale all day long. So if you could take some time and help us out with that, we would really appreciate it. All right, I think we are ready to start. Are you doing intro? Yep. You got all the rest? Okay. What did I do with my stuff?
Raise your hand if this is your first concert ever with your child. Everybody clap for those people. We are so glad you're here. We shuffle like that because our hands are full, you see. So that's what that means. We'd like to take a moment to recognize any board members, and anybody who wants to close those doors would be greatly appreciated. We'd like to take a moment to recognize any board members, administration staff, and teachers in the audience and thank them for coming. If we could turn up the lights, I don't know if we can or not, but please stand and be recognized. Be recognized. There you go, Jeremy Gassman is fantastic. Thank you so much for coming and supporting your Princeton City Schools. Of course, we have a couple of friends backstage that you can clap for later. But thank you for your support of the Princeton music program. We'd also like to thank our new little auditorium manager, Jeremy Gassman, who is doing our lights and sound. This is his first night, I think, by himself. Congratulations. Please note that there are 4 exits in our auditorium. You'll find exits in the back left and back right, both downstairs and upstairs. Please keep the 2 aisles clear. Restrooms are located in the arena. If you exit the Matthews and take a left, you'll go down to the arena area, which is the athletic hallway, and you'll see them there. Please keep Please do not leave unless it's an emergency during a piece. Wait till the applause, and then you can leave and come back during applause. Please help us keep our auditorium nice by keeping all food and drink in the lobby only. Out of respect for our performers, please silence your cell phone and refrain from all cell phone use unless you're capturing photo memories. And in that case, please silence your devices and turn off the flash. We want you to take lots of pictures of your students because when they're seniors, we're gonna use those photos on senior night. We'd also like to thank the Princeton Music Boosters for everything they do to support music at Princeton with fundraising, advocacy, scholarships, and especially creating our printed program. Please visit the district website to become a Music Booster member. Thank you again for coming to support our students tonight. We hope you enjoy the performance. Record time. Thank you. All right, this is the orchestra portion. I know, honey, I know. So you're gonna see this show twice. You're gonna see the orchestra perform it and the band perform it. And you're gonna see our actors twice so that each of our students in 6th grade get an opportunity to have this experience. The show is completely over when both performing groups have performed. Shouldn't take longer than about an hour, so sit back and relax. Please give a warm welcome to our 6th grade orchestra. My name is Dr. Cindy Casey, and on the podium is Miss Holly Bates. Together we teach all the students in the 6 through 12 orchestra program here at Princeton. While we personally enjoy the instruments of the orchestra, all right, God bless. All right, this is important, listen up. Listen to this stuff and then we'll move on. While we personally enjoy the instruments of the orchestra, we recognize in this environment, our instruments serve as tools we use to teach our students far more than the notes on the page or the technique of the instrument. Our mission in education is to create responsible, hardworking, community-minded students who develop invaluable life skills each day through our instrumental music setting. These skills are learned in all of our music groups each day, which is truly the reason your child is given the opportunity to learn an instrument or to be in choir during the school day at Princeton. We strive to contribute to our local and global community by enriching the lives of our students through music education. In doing so, there are 4 key tenets that we use each day in orchestra. Your children know these and work towards them as well. Students, what is the most important thing we learn in orchestra? Self-discipline. Self-discipline is the first thing that we learn and the one thing we talk about every single day. Can you tell the audience what self-discipline means? It means they said I'm responsible, what does it say? One of those. They said I can follow instructions and be responsible for my actions. So we work on these and we came up with them a couple of months ago and this is like the happiest thing we've done. All right, what's the next one? What's the next thing that we learn in orchestra? Self-sufficiency, and what does that say? What they said. I can do things by myself and I can take care of myself. They are also what? Problem solvers, which means? Indubitably. I can figure things out and I can find solutions. And finally, what is the last thing we work on? They are critical thinkers because what? If something doesn't work, they can try another way. Give it up for your children. They're pretty awesome. In teaching self-discipline, we place emphasis on our students knowing and modeling appropriate behavior and being accountable for their actions. It is something we work on every day in class, and we hold our students accountable for the same self-discipline expectations outside of the class. We do this by checking on them throughout the day and making sure their names do not appear on discipline reports. Just saying. The other tenets that we work on each day are self-sufficiency, problem solving, and critical thinking. Again, on the surface, it may seem that your students are learning how to play an instrument, which is very true. Truer still is that your children are learning to be responsible, mature, and self-sufficient through the music program at Princeton. To keep up with what your child is doing in orchestra, a good resource is Progress Book. If you are not connected to your child's Progress Book, please contact your child's counselor or homeroom teacher to make sure that you are connected. Another great resource to stay connected with your child's progress or keep track of events in orchestra is to get the PCMS 6th grade orchestra newsletter. Go ahead and skip to that, Mr. Gassman. Kiddo, it's the one with the QR code. There it is. If you would like to get your name on our 6th grade list, please, what do? Capture that QR code and sign up. We'll send that out as well in a full email. All right, we're almost done, Miss Wilder. We're hurrying. Okay. You're also welcome to email Ms. Bates or myself for assistance or questions. Please see our information on the slide behind us. You'll see it in a minute. It's our hope to build long-term relationships with our student musicians and with all of you as we help them progress through our program. We hope to recognize each of these students at our final orchestra concert of their senior year. So make sure you take lots of pictures so we can share them for orchestra senior night. Okay, listen to me. Listen, are you listening? The most significant way your students can become successful in orchestra is to practice at home. As you enjoy the concert tonight, you may want to observe your child closely. If you have not heard your child practice at home, look to see if your child seems confident in their playing. If you are not hearing your child practice at home, it is likely that they are struggling in class. Confidence is a result of paying attention in class and lots of deliberate and focused home practice. Please let us know if there's anything that we can share to help your child with their home practice. The expectation is for your child to practice their age in minutes, a minimum of 3 days per week. However, if you notice that your child is not practicing at home, having an everyday schedule may help that. Okay, are you ready to hear your children? All right. I know, right? Finally those ladies stopped talking. But I said some important things. When we first started learning our instruments, we had to learn how to properly hold the instrument in order to create a good sound, including good posture and technique. Students, position 1. Students, please put your instruments up in playing position. And position 1. Shuffle. No, that's for you to clap for them. I was telling you to shuffle. In the past 2 months, your child has gone from not being able to hold their instruments to playing 8 notes. We're only going to play a couple, but we're working. The first thing we learned to do was read music and play what we read. Students, please play number 4, 2's a team, and number 5, At Piero's Door in your Essential Elements book. You go ahead and do it without me. Rest. And number 5, At Piero's Door. We have many more notes that we play, and you hopefully have heard at home, but we're going to skip ahead. You may notice that we do not play with our bow tonight. We are not ready for that yet. We want to make sure that we have the correct technique before we start playing, and we didn't want to just pretend to show you. What we would like to show you, however, is our bow holds on our baby bows. So while we have practiced with the bow and learned our basic bow hold, we will not be playing with the bows tonight. Playing with the bow involves a steep learning curve, and we want the students to feel confident in their skills before we move to the next phase of their technique. Okay, moreover, in order to make sure our students were learning the correct bow hold, they began learning on their baby bows. Ready? Everybody get your baby bows? These are baby bows. They have the frog and a baby part of the stick. Everybody hold up your baby bows and show your parents your bow hold. Okay, can you windshield wiper? Ready, go. Windshield wiper. Very good. Clap for your children, please. Instruments need repair, so sometimes a little bump, accidentally dropping an instrument, or a host of other things can cause the instrument to not work properly. If your child's instrument is not working properly, the first step is to show one of the orchestra directors. We may be able to take care of simple repairs, but please never, ever, never try to repair it yourself. Don't do it. All right, if we are unable to prepare the instrument, it will need to go to the repair shop. If you rent it from Baroque, please take it there. It is usually covered. If you did not get your instrument from Baroque, you need to figure out how you're gonna get that repaired, okay? If you rent it or purchase from another dealer, you will need to contact that dealer for procedure and cost. Students are expected to have a working instrument each day. Please contact either of us if you have a question about that. Okay, we're almost there. Regarding let's go back to those slides those. So at the end of the school day, your children have been given, your violins and violas have been given a music pass that is on the back of their backpack. That allows them to leave their 11th bell class 2 minutes early. They're given exit by announcements, okay? They come down to the music wing. They may not come down without getting an instrument, and they may not leave out of door 5 without an instrument. They may also not return into the music department through door 5 without an instrument. So we're very, very careful about our students coming into the music wing after their classes. We're very, very serious about our kids bringing their instruments back in a safe and timely way. So please be mindful that that's something that we do. If you have any questions about that, let us know. All right, I told you everything I was here to tell you. Are you ready for the show? Aunt Rhody's Appetite, you ready? And now we would like to present Aunt Rhody's Appetite by Joseph Caponegro. Please help me welcome our very own Princeton Superintendent, Mr. Elgin Card, to the stage to narrate, believe it or not, Aunt Rhody's Appetite. Woo!
Once upon a time, there was an old gray goose who lived on a farm. The farm belonged to a lady whom everyone called Aunt Rhody.
That old gray goose is getting old. I better cook him for my holiday dinner before he's too tough to eat. Yeah.
Aunt Rhody's neighbor on the next farm was Pierre, the French chef.
Well, hello, Aunt Rhody. What can I do for you on this beautiful day?
Well, I'd like to borrow that roasting pan. I'm going to cook that old gray goose for my holiday dinner.
No, oh, mon ami, no, not the Grey Goose. Perhaps you could try some of my hot cross buns instead.
Those hot cross buns sure were very tasty, Pierre, but I'm still gonna cook that old gray goose.
Oh, how can you be so cruel?
Well, I'm no cruel than that girl Mary. Have you heard the gossip about her?
I would never. What gossip?
Well, I heard that for dinner the other night, Mary had a little lamb.
Ooh.
Pierre was very upset, so that night he went to see the old gray goose.
Did you know that Aunt Rhody was going to have you over for holiday dinner?
I didn't.
Yes.
It's delightful. And what is she serving?
She's having you for dinner, so take my rowboat and go. We're going for safe. Go, go.
The next morning, Pierre went to see Aunt Rhody and told her how he warned the old gray goose and gave him the rowboat.
Oh, that's all right, Pierre. I was really fond of that goose. I could never have cooked him. In fact, I miss him already.
Just then, the old gray goose came waddling over the hill.
Don't cry, Aunt Rhody. I knew you would never be mean enough to cook me.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry you had to run away and row down the river in the cold night air.
But at least something good happened on the way to the river. I met a new friend. His name is Turkey Lurkey. Will you care to meet him sometime, Aunt Rhody?
Oh, I certainly would. Sounds delicious.
The old gray goose, Aunt Rhody, and Pierre all laughed and then joined hands and danced a lively polka.
So thank you for your patience while our band students get ready to come out and our string students go to their spots. Give us just a few minutes for transition, and then we'll be back with the second half. All right, cellos and basses.
Welcome to the 2023 Beginning Band and Orchestra Demonstration Concert. Please give a warm welcome to the 6th grade band assembled on the stage. First, I'd like to introduce the 6th grade band teachers. My name is Mrs. Heather Hurley, and I work with the woodwind class. Mr. Kyle Phillips works with the brass percussion class. Mr. Todd Lenhart, back in the back, works with the woodwind and brass percussion class. And on the podium is Mrs. Kristen Brown, as she is the lead teacher for 6th grade band. She teaches both the woodwind class and the brass percussion class. She has an email group of 6th grade band parents and sends a weekly update to help everyone be successful in beginning band. If you are not receiving emails from her, please make sure she gets a working email address from you and she will add you to the group. Another good resource is Progress Book to keep up with your child's grades in band. We serve the band program in grades 6 through 12 and are looking forward to building long relationships with these students and all of you as we help these instrumentalists advance through our program. We hope to be recognizing each and every one of these students at our senior band recognition in May of 2030. Woo. August 15th came along and we had our first week of band class. They learned how to put their instruments together, how to hold them, and how to produce their first note. The band will now demonstrate page 4, number 1, the first note. Getting to that point, took us about 2 weeks. From here, we learned about the beat or pulse, notes and rests, and learned 2 more notes. That prepared us to play our next selection for you. Band, now play page 4, number 6, moving on up. From that moment on, they were unstoppable. They learned about double bar lines, repeat signs, clef signs, time signatures, sharps, flats, and natural signs, and another 2 notes. Now they were ready for their first pass-off. The band will now play page 5, number 13, Essential Elements Quiz. The pass-off you just heard is a part of our Star Achievement Assessment Program, and it is a way for students, teachers, and parents to track the achievement of each band student on his or her instrumental growth in the band program at PCMS. The program is a series of 63 pass-offs on specific lines in our Essential Elements Band Method Books 1 and 2. Our goal is to have all band students achieve all 63 lines before they leave PCMS and enter our band program at the high school. Just look in the back of your child's book to see how many stars they have and if the stars are increasing. The best way for students to be successful as musicians is to practice on their own at home. Currently, band students are required to practice 60 minutes a week. Document that on their practice log in their book, have a parent sign off on it, show it to Mrs. Brown every Friday, and make sure to mark as done in Google Classroom for credit. So yes, you should be hearing your child play his or her instrument at home from time to time. There is always homework in band. So once they knew 5 notes, they could begin to work faster through the book and learn yet another pass-off. Band, please play page 6, number 19, Essential Elements Quiz. Sometimes instruments need repair. Sometimes a little bump or dropping the instrument or a host of other things can cause the instrument to not work properly. If your child's instrument is not working, step 1 is to show one of the band teachers. We are able to take care of many repairs without a trip to the repair shop. However, if we are unable to repair the instrument, it will need to go to the repair shop. If you rented or purchased your instrument from Buddy Rogers, a Buddy Rogers representative comes out to PCMS every week to pick up or drop off repairs and special orders. Many times, the repair is covered in your rental agreement. If you rented or purchased your instrument from another dealer, you will need to contact that dealer for procedures and costs. Students are expected to have a working instrument in class every day. Please contact one of the band teachers if you have questions. Once the band could play with more independence, they were ready to begin work on Aunt Rhody's Appetite. We are pleased to present to you tonight Aunt Rhody's Appetite, featuring Ms. Laura Wilder, PCMS 7th grade principal as Aunt Rhody, Dr. David Maxim, PCMS head principal as Pierre the French chef, Mr. Michael Workman, PCMS 6th grade principal as the Gray Goose, and please join me in re-welcoming to the stage Mr. Elgin Card, Princeton City Schools Superintendent, to narrate Aunt Rhody's Appetite.
Once upon a time, there was an old gray goose who lived on a farm. The farm belonged to a lady whom everyone called Aunt Rhody.
That old gray goose is getting old. I better cook him up for my holiday dinner before he becomes too tough to eat.
Aunt Rhody's neighbor on the next farm was Pierre, the French chef.
Well, hello, Aunt Rhody.
Hello.
What can I do for you on this beautiful day?
Well, I'd like to borrow that roasting pan. I'm gonna cook up that big gray goose for my holiday dinner.
Oh, you would never want to do that. Why don't you try some of my hot cross buns before you cook the gray goose?
Those hot cross buns sure were tasty, Pierre, but tomorrow I'm still cooking that old gray goose.
How can you be so cruel?
Well, I'm no more cruel than that girl Mary. Haven't you heard the gossip about her?
I would never. What gossip?
Well, I heard that for dinner the other night, Mary had a little lamb.
Pierre was very upset, so that night he went to see the old gray goose.
So, I was talking to Aunt Rhody, and she was planning on having you over for dinner.
Delightful. What is she serving?
She's serving you. She's having you for dinner. Here,
Oh,
quickly.
no.
Take my rowboat and run. Get away. Get away.
The next morning, Pierre went to see Aunt Rhody and told her how he warmed the old gray goose and gave him the rowboat.
Oh, that's all right, Pierre. I was really fond of that old goose. I could have never cooked him. As a matter of fact, I miss him already.
Just then, the old gray goose came waddling over the hill.
Don't cry, Aunt Rhody. I knew you would never be mean enough to cook me.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry you had to run away and row down the river in the cold night air.
But at least something good happened. On the way down the river, I met a new friend. His name is Turkey Lurkey. Will you care to meet him sometime, Aunt Rhody?
Oh, I certainly would. He sounds delicious.
The old gray goose, Aunt Rhody, and Pierre all laughed and then joined hands and danced a lively polka. The end.
Thank you so much for coming tonight. We are so proud of your children, and they are doing great things in our classes, and we are glad that we were able to showcase some of that tonight. They are going to go back to the band room and the orchestra room, and they are going to pack up their things, and then they are going to come meet you in the lobby. So if you could be somewhere in the lobby where they could find you, that would be great. Otherwise, have a great night and safe travels home. Thank you.